Alrighty, traders. Hopping back on to do another live today. See what's going on with the world today. Bit of a strong sell-off going on with the markets today. It's a bloodbath. Oh my goodness. No, no. It's a bloodbath. No. Stay calm. What are you eating? What am I eating? I am eating, well, this morning, did a little bit of stretching, some breathing work, ice bath. Then I had a protein shake with some fish oil and vitamin D. And then I'm eating now oats, berries, a little bit of honey, and some peanut butter. Just start my day off, actually. Just start my day. So that's what I'm eating. It's breakfast for me. For you guys that don't know, it's 5 o'clock in the morning for me right now. Happy. Good morning to everyone. Look at the market, eh? Oh, I better bring up the charts. I'm freaking out. Don't freak out. Doesn't matter what the market does. Stay calm. Can't let that freak out. Remember, guys, in that emotional state, oh my goodness, this is going to the moon. Or, fear. Those states never give you any good insight to making good decisions in the markets. So don't let yourself go there. You want to become a really good trader? Learn to control your emotions in the uncertain world that this market's going to give you. The rule number one. That's why trading is so hard for most people, because you've got to control your emotions. Don't let it get to you. I'm freaking out. Don't. Buy more. Don't let short-term fluctuations freak you out of those markets. Look at TMF guy. Oh, let me show you the charts. Let me bring up the charts. There we go. There's my charts. Well, you can't even see anything. Hide. This is my bottom chart down the bottom here. There we go. Well, you can't even see it anyway. But TMF is actually quite moving nicely. Bond market, guys. What did I say about the bond market? A rise of the bond market. A rise. Over time, guys, you watch. It's happening. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, guys. Don't let the emotions get the best of you. You can't do that, guys, no matter what. You want to be really good at trading? Doesn't matter what the market's doing today. Oh my goodness, it's like, don't do that, okay? You can't. In those fearful or like those heightened states, they never bring good decisions. And then what happens a month later? You look back and say, what the fool? And you get cranky. You're like, what was I thinking? Why did I make that stupid decision for? Because you're in the wrong state. Now, how do I do that practically? Okay, class in session, okay? How I do that that practically is I look at the chart like this here. And by the way, this is a weekly chart on the S&P. Does this look like the sky is falling today on this chart? It's a black bar and it's a white background with just black open hole like bar, and it's a weekly bar. Does this look like the S&P is about to, oh my goodness, the sky's falling? No. See the differences there. So one is, oh my goodness, the sky is falling, because you're so zoomed in on the big red candle today. Take a step back. What's really going on? What's happening here? Is this a top? Maybe we're going to get a bit of a drop here. Bring it back to this, something like this here. And even better, bring it back to the last 5 years or more. Look at this here. This is black bars. It's a weekly bar. It gives me the big picture. And I'm like, okay, maybe we are going to get a drop here. Okay, cool. Interest rates got hit pretty hard today too. Oh, look at the interest rates, guys. I told you. Bond market, bond market, bond market, bond market. TOT, TMF. I tell you guys, it's happening. It's happening. You see it slowly forming, guys? It's happening. TMF, another big update today. Very, very, very nice. Last little 4% move in the bond market today. Interest rates getting clobbered. Told you guys. Slowly and surely. TMF, baby. Buy more, buy more, buy more. Actually, no, I'm not buying more. I've already got a lot of money in TMF. So just relax, guys. Don't let it get to you. Red day, down day, fear, greed. Hey, what's up, my man, Owen? I'm just trying to control these guys to tell them not to freak out. I wonder where's the fear and greed index right now? I hope it's like extreme fear. It's going to give us a buying opportunity. You watch. Oh, we just had a fear. Cool. Bring on the extreme fear. Bring on more drop. Bring on the drop. Bring on the drop. Come on. Smash it. Bring on that. Get that extreme fear on the fear and greed index. Give us more red day. Extreme fear, buying opportunity, and then it creates the slingshot move. Buy more, buy more, buy more. We just as I've been saying in my shorts as well too, if you guys have been following some of my shorts, I've been saying once we do break up above 7,000, then that's going to be the trigger to send this up. We haven't broken above it yet, right? That's what, yeah. That's going to be the trigger for that 9,000 target there. But we're not breaking above it yet, so we haven't actually got that level there. Man, silver. Yeah, silver's going to be coming back down we're probably going to come down towards that 50 level there. It's probably going to be a good buying opportunity too there. Don't let this short-term freak you out, guys. I promise you, guys. Don't let short-term movement. If you've been part of these markets for many years in the markets, take your lessons for what's happened in the last few years. The short-term movement at, say, in February means nothing to where the market's going to be in June, July this year or August this year. Think about what's happened, right? Don't let short-term movement think you, this is the start of the big crash. I better short the market. Stop it. Sit back. Think about the market, right? Don't be like Owen and he just keeps shorting the market every day. I'll pick on you, mate. And the reason why, guys, is with it. Think about it, right? Don't tell them. Buy more. I hope we get more red down there. Actually, I'm actually hoping for it. I'm long the stock market today. Well, I'm long the stock market now. Bring on more red. Why? That's going to create the slingshot move to the upside. You watch. Where there's fear in the marketplace, it's buying opportunity. Where there's extreme fear in the marketplace, it's like saying, you want this pile of gold? It's right here. No. Okay, cool. All right. I'll give it to someone else. Silver down today. Rates are starting to fall, as I was seeing in the markets. Oh, let's go to here. Look at it start to roll over. We're rolling over. Let me go to here. We are rolling over. Bond market, guys. I keep telling you. I may have got my timing wrong, but I'm not wrong. And now we're starting to really see the bond market start to kick in. Interest rates are coming down just like I thought they would. We have a lot more to go. A lot more to go. Oh, TMF is holding here too. TMF. Oh, I just saw. Healthy. Greetings from Mexico. Hey, Mexico in the house. Don't worry, it'll be back up tomorrow. Oh, maybe. I'm actually, what's that? Smart XRP? I'm actually hoping we get more red tomorrow, personally. Like, and I'm long the market right now. You probably think, John, you're insane. What are you talking about? Because I know, I'm not thinking now. Like, I'm long the stock market. Like, for example, I've got options in the stock market right now. So my options have gone down today. I've actually got, so it's actually a mixed bag. Actually, I'm in two call options. One's got hit pretty hard. Stock market there. And so I'm actually hoping for more red down there because I know what this means come March, April, May, June, July, like this, like that sort of stuff. I know what that means. Right? So we may be having a red February. If that's the case, awesome, bring it on. Because then guess what happens? March, April, May, June, boom, 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 boom. Back up we go again. So bring on the bloodbath this month. Here we go. Bring it on. Buy more, buy more. When people are fearful, be greedy. There's starting to be a little bit of fear in the marketplace. And if we get more red selling, which I'm hoping for, guess what that means? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels. Oh. Had an awesome session at the gym yesterday. I was at the gym 2.5 hours yesterday. Damn. I spent an hour or so doing strength training. Just like strength training, mobility work, band work, hip work, glute work. And after doing a whole hour or so of strength training, then I did an hour's worth of running, which was just 10 kilometers. It was an easy run. Heart rate was lower the whole time. Reason why is because I got my High Rocks event coming up soon. So I've been training hard for that. And that's the way that I like to do. For you guys that don't know, this is the way that I do. This is the way that I set up my life. Right now, it is 5:30 in the morning for me right now. For the next couple of hours, I'll be looking at the market, looking at the opportunities, seeing what's going on. And then I'm going to go to my elite coaching group, which is the last half an hour of the US market. And sometimes, like, damn. Hey, Owen, mate, do you realize our session for the elite group went for 2.5 hours yesterday? Damn. I didn't even realize it went that long. It's like, wow, I was in the flow yesterday. Was awesome, really. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why, but I really open up to some of my past there, and we actually covered a lot, didn't we? We covered so much yesterday. In the what I'm talking about for you guys in the public, I have an elite group, coaching group. It's only a small group. It's only around 15, 20 people there. It's closed right now. But that's what he's talking about. That's where the nitty gritty happens. On YouTube, I'm happy to talk about some markets and stuff like that, but that's where the nitty gritty happens in there. And I had a 2.5 hour session with him today. Which is pretty awesome. Yeah, mate. Buy more. Remember what I said about TMF? Look at TMF, eh? TMF. Arise, my son. Arise, the bond market. Keep telling you guys are chasing squirrels. Forget gold and silver. They're done for a while. Chase the next bull market. What is that? Oh, what did I say last year? XLE. Right, XLE is down today. I'm pretty sure. Is it? Looks like everything's down today. Where's XLE? Yeah. Oh no, XLE's down today. Told you XLE, right? XLE, XLE. No, not now. But I was saying last year XLE, right? And I was saying last year XLM. Oh, hey, mate. Remember in our elite group? Remember I was saying yesterday this is probably going to be an exhaustion gap. Looks like that's coming true, and it hit my target too. Look at that. Boom. How good's that? Yeah. So bring on the pullback. That's going to be a good buying opportunity in the energy sector as well. So last year I was really hopping on. I say the energy sector, XLE, XOM, and even stocks like CVX. They were the three main stocks there. And you can see silver and gold rolling over again. So silver and gold are done, guys. No need to chase that. Remember, we've already been in a 2-year big bull market with silver and gold. Let it go. Don't chase it. It's already done. Go chase something that's already like. I believe the energy sector is right here in the big scheme of things. So let the pullback happen for the next couple of months. Let it reset like gold did here, and then let it get going again. Don't try to chase it now because the move is over, right? Meaning, if I bring up my daily charts here and I go back, I'll show you, this is what markets do, right? They go through these different phases. You go through this big move up here. So that's what the energy sector's done. Broke out. Now we're probably going to go through something like this here. It might not do much now for the next couple of months, and then we're going to get going again. So don't try to chase something that's already had made a big move. Yeah. So I believe we have more selling in the metals, guys, in the mining sector as well. Let me see the chat box. I'm freaking out. Tube, stop freaking out. You're probably watching the news today, are you? Oh my goodness, the sky's falling. No, it's not. Stop. Buy more, buy more, buy more. When people are fearful, be greedy. But we're not there yet, though. We're not at extreme greed yet. Sorry, extreme fear, should I say? The fear and greed index, we're at 38. So we're not at extreme fear yet. So give it a couple more selling days. Let's bring it on. Bring on the selling. Let's get some flushing down, eh? Let's get some real big ha-ha on the downside. Buy more, buy more. It's interesting, isn't it, eh? Back just a month ago, the green on my ETF list was metals, gold, silver, to the moon. This time's different, John. Shut up. It's never going to go down. You're always wrong. To now, like down the bottom of the biggest selling the SLV and platinum. Pendulum swinging, guys. Remember, that's how markets work, right? The markets work like pendulum. The market pendulum swings. And everything has a correction. Everything has its day. That's why with the energy sector now, you don't chase that thing. It's already had a very big move for a month. Let it reset. Let it reset. No chasey. No chasey. And just like all markets, big move up, big move down. So next time you see a market do this, don't get sucked in by the media. This time's different. Shut up. No, it's not. Bullshit. There's no this time's different. Learn. One of the biggest things I can teach you guys is learn what has actually happened in the market and what has happened, especially the last 5 years. There's been so much movement in the last 5 years out of these markets. Sit back, look at the market, look at the chart. What happened here? What were people thinking? Learn the lessons of the herd and the sentiment of what they were saying and what they were thinking. Like, for example, in the stock market. Here, right? Bring up a weekly chart. Bring up the last 5 years. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You know, what were people thinking down the bottom here? Oh my goodness, the extreme fear. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, what happened? Oh, mate. You know, and down the bottom here, and down the bottom here. You see what I'm saying there? Like, we're so entrenched in the day-by-day movement, we've got to step back and think about, where did I go wrong here? So many people are just chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing, instead of stepping back and say, where can I improve? What was I thinking here? What would happen here? What's happened here? It's the number one thing we can do, guys. Because the market's the truth, right? And we can sit back and look at it. And that's why I say the last 5 years has been incredible. So when you look at, say, for example, gold has just made an incredible move for 2 years. No, it's not going to continue for another 2 years. We need some sort of at least a 6 to 12 months of a consolidation, a pullback, a resting, like something like that. It's not going to continue. It just doesn't. And that's where this big drop is, might be the start of something much bigger. And if it is, then we're probably going to head down to, say, something here. I don't believe a big drop, but maybe somewhere down the 4,000s. It's the biggest thing that I've ever done, guys. And I do that with my own personal trading. Like, where did I go wrong here? Where did I go right here? Like, and I do that with the market. I sit back and look at the chart. Big picture. Gold and silver, right? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go right? I can tell you right now where I went wrong, where I went right. Where I went right was I saw the big move coming out of silver. Where I went wrong is I got out I got out just a little bit too early on silver. That's what I went right and wrong last year. Meaning trading opportunities, right? For my trading. I've been a long-term investor in silver now for 5 years. I'm not talking about investment. I'm talking about my option trading and so on and so forth. Right? So I saw this coming and I was long. But what I didn't do, but I still made good money out of the silver mining, SIL and silver. SIL made me 280%, silver made me 75%. So I still made good money on it. But where I could have done better was I could have let it go just a little bit more and not be so quick to get it. But that was because I bought my options were expiring too soon. Like I didn't want to let my options expire worthless. So that's why I went wrong where I went right last year. Where did I go right this year? Well, I knew we are going to get a big drop and I actually took advantage of it and I made 330% or something like that on this big drop here. So that's why I went right. I actually took that. So in every single market that I'm trading, there's always these big lessons, right, wrong, right, wrong. And I promise you guys, and then when you start to put these lessons in, the same thing happens again and again and again. So, for example, stocking market. Look at the stock market for the last 5 years. I'll bring up the S&P. This is the S&P. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, down the bottom here was what? Panic, fear, mania, extreme fear, buying opportunity, but give it time. Down the bottom here were recession times. You really had to give it a bit of time here. What was this flash crash here? Right? They're all buying opportunities, weren't they? In hindsight's now, but we can go back and look. It's the same thing. The market goes down a lot or goes down a little bit. People freak out. So what happens if we start to get a drop down the bottom here? What does that mean? Same thing's going to happen, right? Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. That's it. The market's down 10, 15%. Oh my goodness. But it's a buying opportunity. And then 6 months later, it's screaming up to all-time new highs, just like it did last year. Look at the lessons of how we can take advantage of these opportunities. This is how you become a good investor or even a good trader, right? You see these opportunities for what they really are, not what we perceive, our brains perceive it is. Well, actually, if you're short, you perceive it as good. So don't let it, again, I'm looking at a weekly chart, black bars here, guys. This is how I keep my emotions under control because I'm looking at the big picture. I'm not looking at this here. Oh my goodness, it's such a... Now, we're still at 1 o'clock in the morning, so who knows? The way these markets work, this thing could now rally up for the next couple of hours. So we'll see. We're only at, what's that? Yeah, so we've still got 2 hours left of the market before close. Buy more, buy more, buy more. Actually, again, I said before, like I'm hoping to get a flush down here. That's going to send the fear and greed index to the extreme fear. Buy more, buy more. The really interesting thing is you see where the S&P 500 is right now? It's pretty much all-time new highs, right? But yet one small little drop of 1% and then the fear and greed index is starting to ping back to fear again real quick. And we're still only, right now, we're still only, at 2% from all-time new highs. Don't let it get to you guys. Don't let it sway you. And I'll tell you right now, especially this year, the volatility this year is really going to be destroying a lot of traders. If you don't know what you're doing. And if you need help with that, then go get my free bundle I'm giving away. johnsfreegift.com. What is it? Firstly, you get access to a book that's all about the mindset and how to think. This is based off my experiences. Jesse Livermore, WD Gann, like how to actually think about the markets. Secondly, what you get is a 40-minute video talking about my story, but also the trading system I use when I'm trading the markets. And then thirdly, I give away our you also get access to like 8 video trading course talking about the trading techniques and how to read the market properly and read the charts properly and all that sort of stuff. It's free. johnsfreegift.com. Or if you would like to talk to me and see if I can help you out more for coaching purposes, then just go to getjohntop.com. My coaching program's closed right now, but if you do need some help, then go fill that out and I may be able to help you. I'm not sure. But this XLU, consumer staples. Look at it go. I'm freaking out. Don't worry, back up tomorrow. It's a 36 trillion problem. Are you talking about the debt? I'm pretty sure, Ash. I know that was a long time ago. You're probably not around anymore, but if you're referring to the debt, I'm like, if that is the response, then I'm like, really? That's been the problem for the last decade. What, suddenly just happened today? No. Remember, guys, the big trend is still up. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, health sector. This is the next one. Keep an eye on this one, guys. This is the next one that's probably going to make a big move soon. We're going to break out soon and probably go for a big run. Boom. Oh, it's starting, isn't it? It's starting. The number one thing that I can say as a coach right now is don't be so emotionally drawn into one day. If you are zoomed right in on a daily chart and you're looking at a couple of months and you're looking at a big red candle, yeah, your emotions are going to be jacked up right now. Bring it back to a big picture chart. That's why I always have charts. I have charts like this here too, and I zoom in like this here. By the way, did I tell you about the bond market? It's happening. That's one of my bets for this year. Or bets, I shouldn't say bets, but that's one of my trades for this year. I say this year because I bought it, but then my options expire at the January next year. So I'm giving it this year for that thing to play out. And it's happening. It's happening. What happened to the blow off top? It's coming. We just haven't broken past, well, my thing, Dash. As I said before on a lot of my videos, right? What have I been saying? Once we break past 7,000, then we're probably going to trigger to see a good move for a good 2, 3, 4 months out of that. But we haven't broken past it yet, so we're not there yet. So there's no trigger yet. But once we do, then we're probably going to start. We haven't got it yet. But once we do, see what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to go now, but that's what I've always said. Once we do get above that, when we get above the 7,000 ceiling there, then it's off to the races to 8,000, 9,000. But we're not there yet. So we haven't got the once we do, so therefore we're not going to get the move, that big move to the upside. Because we haven't got the haven't got the cause and effect relationships, right? It's the cause effect. I don't know when it's going to go. I do believe it's going to go. But I have to wait. I have to wait for the market to tell me that, oh, we're going that way. But in the meantime, Bash, what's happening right now, we could be getting a bit more selling right now in the next week or two. But then that's going to be moved down, and then come March, April, May, June this year, we're boom, 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 back up again, and away we go. Maybe I could be wrong about that too. I'm quietly hoping for another more selling over the next couple of weeks. Buy more, buy more, buy more. Especially the bond market. Hey, traders, did I tell you about the bond market? TMF, TLT guys? Interest rates down? Have I mentioned that to you guys before? I think I have, haven't I? Did I mention the XLE? Oh, I was still talking about that last year. It's too late now. The bond market is the number one of my that, and also the energy sector has always been my number one and number two. TLT is about to break out soon. A rise of the bond market. Just got to give it time. It's not a matter of one day or 1 week or 1 month. It's more like what's going to happen this year. Let it slowly go. Don't be short-term focused. It's like, oh, it went up today, 1%. And you get excited. And then it goes down tomorrow, 3%. There's volatility, right? There's a lot of volatility within these markets. Let it go. And I promise you, if you can start to think like that, think more longer term, you're going to capture these really big moves. So when you do have your losses, they're not going to be as bad. Yeah, we've probably got more selling coming in the mining sector too. FXBRO. So do you have a copy trading account? No. Don't be so fucking lazy, man. Seriously? You want to be part of the financial markets that most people can't do well at, and you want to sit there and just do a copy trade? Stop trading altogether, man. You're gonna lose all your money. Don't be so fucking lazy and really treat this seriously if you want to make good money from this thing. Treat it with respect. Get proper guidance. Get proper coaching. Understand why you're getting into things. Have good risk management. Know you're gonna have some losses. Don't be so fucking lazy. You expect the world and expect to do nothing for it. That doesn't exist. That's why these AI automated trading systems don't fucking work. Don't ever do these AI automated systems. Uh, 26th Street. 26th Street. Are you from New York? I just saw your comment there. How do you determine when to buy the market is bleeding on a day like today? How do you determine? Well, firstly, if you're a trader of the markets, you need a trading system, which means a trading pattern. What's the trading pattern that you trade? Or you don't have that. So that's the first and foremost. You need some sort of trading pattern that you trade most of the time. Trading system, trading plan. That's what a trading plan is. Like, what's the trading pattern you trade? Now, if you're looking for more trades like here, if you're looking for good buying opportunities in the markets that could last a good 6 to 12 months afterwards, then wait for extreme fear in the marketplace, and they seem to be good buying opportunities. So extreme fear. Wait for extreme fear opportunities. That's extreme fear is the best buying opportunities. VIX at the high still today. Yeah, you would get that. You would get that. Dollar VIX, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. When does it get invalidated? When does the blow off top get invalidated? The market completely changed the tune of the trend. So it'll have to completely change what it's doing right now for it to get completely invalidated. Ooh. Peter, my man, my US bonds and TLT is making money today. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Does that mean if you're losing money one day, it's a bad thing? I wouldn't focus on the day by day, man. But bond market is still the thing. And Peter, man, like you probably see me say on YouTube that everything's slowly forming into place when it comes down to that. There, the interest rates are starting to roll over like I thought they would, which is causing the bond market to start to rise. It's time for it. Yeah, but it's slowly going to happen, right? Just it's a slow mover. Waited long enough. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. The interest rates in the bond market are slow moving vehicles, right? You're going to expect slow moving. So don't expect, yeah. Waited long enough. How long have you been involved with it for? When did you put your positions on? Me, I've only been part of it for a couple months now. 3 months, I think. Oh, 2 years in the bond market. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. He's praying to get back to break even. I can understand why he's saying long enough now. I definitely wouldn't have bought 2 years ago. Actually, I can see why you bought 2 years ago. Look at Walmart, eh? Even though there's blood in the streets today, there's still a lot of good stocks out there. So Walmart's up today. Look at Walmart go. This is where you can never. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of traders make is they automatically think Dow is, so therefore all stocks are. Dow is down today, therefore all stocks are the stock market is down today. Really? Walmart's up 3%. McDonald's up 2%. Hey, here we go. So stock market, no, the Dow is, and the same for the S&P. S&P is not all stocks in the S&P are. Because there's many stocks in the S&P right now that are massively up today. 12%, 10%. This is where you can never make a decision on a stock based off what the sector's doing. Lots of green in the market. Lots of green in stocks anyway. Exactly. I wonder what. Let's go check out this here, right? Let's go have a look. Let's go I'm gonna bring up my trading view now. My good old trading view. So we go trading view. Trading view. And then let's go. Wow, eh? Yep, crypto. It's interesting, isn't it? Eh? You can definitely see. You see how things work, over time. You definitely see how things work over time. Like you can see it all happened. That was back 2 years ago in Bitcoin. Now look what happened. Same with the AI stocks. Look at what's Netflix? Oh, Netflix is going to be a buying opportunity soon. I'm almost there, actually. I'm looking to buy it. Netflix is one of those stocks I'm looking to buy. So to me, X marks the spot here. Oh, almost there too. So that level there, somewhere around that level there, and X marks the spot. If we can get down to here, come on, give us the flush down, and then boom, get the bounce back up. There you go. For you guys that are live, that's a bit of a free gift. 99% of people won't see this, so that's okay. For you guys that are watching right now, there's a bit of a free gift for you. If we get down the bottom here, we're probably at least going to get a bit of a bounce back up, a 50% retracement, and that could be a good trading opportunity. There to there. So we could actually possibly come down to here. Then it might come down, maybe even flush down for a bit, make its way back up, and then it might do something like that. But this is where. So Netflix is one of the stocks out of all the big stocks I'm watching here where I'm looking for a buying opportunity. It's not a trading system per se that I use. But it's one of those markets that I am watching for because there's just such blood in the streets right now, and the sell-off is being huge. That I'm looking to buy it. So there's a bit of free gift for you guys that are watching right now. Now, it may not work as well, but there's a high probability we're going to at least get a bit of a bounce, right? Because that's what, even in a bear market will go down, and then it'll come back up, and then it'll go down, right? So even if this is going to be a bear market, it'll go down, 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 and then it might rally for 3-6 months and then roll over. Like something like that anyway. So this is the opportunity, but it might take time too. So I'm looking at a weekly chart here. So look, if I go to the daily charts and bring this up here, everything takes time. You don't want to be doing short-term trades. Do not short-term trade, meaning like I'll probably do options with this one. And I'll give it time. So I need to give this at least 6 months to actually find. But if we can get blood in the streets, if I can get capitulation going on, then it might, if we can get another capitulation move, come down to here, then it might rally. We might get another flush down, and then it starts its move up. And this might happen all the course of, say, 6 months from there. But we're going to at least get a bit of a bounce back up again. If this is going to turn into a big bear market, we will get a bounce up to at least that 50% level, which is probably around the 24. So this is one of the stocks I've been keeping an eye on for. I haven't really talked. I think I have ever publicly talked about this, but I am now. So it may turn back into a full-blown bull market. But on a bare minimum, we should at least get a rally up to, once we do, and not now, again, I'm not in it now, so trying to. Yeah, something like that. PE still high on Netflix. Who gives a shit about PE, man? If you're trading the markets and looking for an opportunity for the course of a couple of month trade or something like that, 2, 3 months, 4 months, who gives a shit about the PE ratios? That means shit to you when you PE ratios. That means shit if you're looking just to trade it. But if you're looking to buy and hold something, then that may factor into something. Yeah, but what I'm talking about here is just a good trading opportunity. PE ratios don't mean shit when you're trading the markets. Keep it simple. Well, look, if this is going to be a big bear market, as you know, big bear markets do what? They don't just go straight down like that. They will rally for a bit, and then they'll come back down, and they'll start to get the lower highs. Just like the interest rate's doing right now. So we're going to probably come down, 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 down. We're stretched. Then it might get a bit of a bounce. Might even come back up here somewhere, and then roll over. That's all. I'm just looking at the bounce that's probably going to come soon. Just an opportunity. But there's risk to everything, guys. There's a risk to everything. But it's just an opportunity that I'm seeing. I've actually been watching it for the last couple of weeks now. I'm like, come on, get down there, get down there. Buy more, buy more, buy more. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Just understand we're just, even if the PE ratios are still high, we will get a bear. If it's going to turn into a full-blown bear market, just like all markets, they don't just go straight down. But this here is now too far stretched on the downside. We're too far away from the moving average. And so therefore we're likely to get a bit of a rally. We may not as well too. It may just not do nothing for a couple of months. And then that's where the risk is to something like that. Amazon down today. Amazon down today. Let's go have a look at, where are we here? If there's any stocks you guys want me to check out, let me know. Put them in the comment section. I'll see if I can do some TA on them for you. See what my 2 brain cells can pick up for you. Buy more. Stock market. If there's anything you guys want me to check out, let me know. I'm just doing some general TA around the market now. See what the individual stocks are doing since I've looked at the individual markets. What's the individual stocks doing? Oh yeah, I missed Tesla. What are that? Oh, here's Apple. Apple. Actually, let's take off the moving average here. I'm just going to look at the stock. Actually, you know what? Let me bring on. Just so I can get a good view of both. So weekly to the left, daily to the right. Yeah, Apple's in a still full-blown market. Full-blown bull market still. Look at this here. Boom, 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 boom. Tesla's still looking good. There's nothing wrong with Tesla. Just volatile. The major, all markets this year have been so volatile. And so this volatility has just been crushing people. Because short-term volatility has been kicking them out real fast. And then the market turns, and then the market goes back in their favor. And then it goes against them, and it goes back in favor. It's like this volatility has been, patience in these markets is so important, and emotional control. Patience and emotional control. To the moon, top. Not today. Actually, with the TMF. Bond market to the moon, mate. Not the stock market. TMF to the moon, not the stock market. And no, it's like, I don't know. Elon, one of the Elon, I talked to Elon. I tried to hop on one of his rocket ships, but it blew up and it went under sea. So it's gone down now. It didn't take me up. It went down instead. But he gave me a good rocket ship on TMF today. So he gave me at least one good rocket ship today. It's all good. You watch, guys. As TMF rise, watch happens with the stock market. Look where we are in June this year, the stock market. I promise you, we're going to be so much higher. Let it go. Who cares about the short-term movement? This short-term fluctuation, volatility really gets people very emotional. And remember, traders, whenever you're really, really, really greedy, like, I'm going to make $1 million, oh my goodness. Or whether you're really fearful, shit, I'm going to lose so much money. Those emotional states will always cause you to make the wrong decisions. So what do? I bring my charts back to here. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at black bars, right? I'm not even looking at today. I'm not looking at a candle, big red candle today. No, I'm looking at the bars. I'm looking at the chart. And let them overall flow, the highs, the lows, do the talking. So Peter, mate, I saw what you said. And David Hunter has a 9,000 target on there. I'm not sure. Peter, are you still around? I'm not sure. Peter, SpaceX IPO, 1.5 trillion. Damn. So just a lot of volatility. That's all it is, guys. Especially, but big long-term weekly chart, especially on Tesla, everything's still good. You're going to get these short-term volatilities for a while, but this big weekly chart is it's still pretty good. So I'm seeing Tesla still holding here, and having a nice move up. But it's just meaning on this weekly chart here, it may still come down, but even if it comes down, low, higher low goes up, big picture comes down, and then cause another higher low. The big weekly trend is so important because this short-term volatility can knock you out. You need to look at the big picture here, because all that could be is we could just get a drop here. People think the sky's falling, and then the market goes back up again like that. The sky is falling. So yeah, Peter, mate, I saw you said about the 9,000 target with David Hunter. I'm not sure how he got that target. Peter, have you watched my video recently where I talked about how I got the 9,000 target by using the projection? I'm not sure how he got that target, but I'm just using the pattern from the actual. Yeah, yeah. Well, for you guys that don't know, if you guys are watching live now, I'll show you what I'm talking about here now. S&P. Where did my trend lines go? Whoosh, they vanished. Oh, maybe it's on the wrong one. Let me go to here. All my trend lines disappeared. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. It's a sign. Uh-oh. Why is that doing that for? I would redraw the trend lines. Oh, you know what? Well, screw it. Let's actually do the trend lines again then. So I'm going to bring up black bars again. Let's go to the S&P. Here's the S&P. Let me show you how it's all done. So I'm going to redraw them again. So firstly, we have the good old Chanel, right? So we have a good, beautiful trend line coming up through here, right? Big, beautiful. Up we go, right? Here we go. I'll show you how we get the targets. All my trend lines are gone today. Disappeared. Doesn't like the market today. And then what we do is we clone. So we have that beautiful trend line there for the last. Now this is a weekly chart, right? Big picture weekly chart. And then we put up the top there, and that's where we're getting a lot of issues there right now. So what ends up happening is this, is that on all channels, if we have a channel that looks like here, and we've got the market doing this thing, like that, what we do is we measure from the high to the low, and we project that up, and that's where we have the target. Once it breaks above that resistance level there, that's the target up there. Same for these channels here. You measure from the high to low, you project that up, and you have a target up there. It's a simple channel. I call it a channel projector target. It's just a projection tool that I'm technical analysis basically. So once we do break out above this level here, where could we start to see this thing go to? We measure from there to there. As you can see, that's the channel. So wherever it breaks, let's just say tomorrow we had a big update, we had a big break. Okay, cool. It breaks there. Right, so we break out through there. So therefore, once we break out and above, we could possibly start to see that level there. And I always say that round numbers, market loves round numbers. So therefore, and then so I would say, therefore, the market's probably going to overshoot and get to that round number, which is 9,000. So that's how I get my target. It's just based off patterns. And the market does this, right? So for example, the Nikkei did this exact same thing. Look at this here. Let it go. Look at this here. It's so good. The Nikkei. Right, Nikkei did the same thing. There's your channel. There's your Chanel. Right, do the cologne. There we go there. Right, let's see the channel. Boom, 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 boom. Aha. Then look what happens. Now we've got the channel, right? Now look what happens. When we break out, where's it like it once it breaks out here? Same thing the S&P right now. When it breaks out, guess where it's likely to go to? Let's do the channel projected target. have no idea where I came up. I just came up with that name, guys, because that's what it is, right? You got a channel and then projected target. Once you see the channel, you use the channel, you get the projection tool, you measure from the high to low. You project, you do it again. And then you project that out to the upside, and just like magic, we're likely to run there. So markets work the same way on all things. So once we go through this herky-jerky short-term freak out, oh no, the sky's falling on the stock market, guess what's going to come? Now, do I have this? Let me sync this in layout. Sync you in layout. Sync you in layout. Sync you in layout. Syncy, syncy, syncy. Syncy, syncy, syncy. Now let's go back to two charts. Two charts. So we have the weekly chart to the left and daily chart to the right. Let's bring you over here and let's zoom you here. So now you can see the big picture to the left, small picture to the right. Now you know how I get my targets. I'm not making a target up. It's just what this pattern produces. And the same, and it's again, and if you're looking for an exact example, you can see here, syncing layout, syncy layout, syncy layout. Buy more, buy more. That's why, guys, this short-term movement, who cares? Once we get above that 7,000, guys, get ready for a good move. Now, the good move meaning over the course of a 6 month or so, right? Not straight away. It's not going to go to the moon in 1 week. So what happened to the melt up? It went down 0.01%. Stop it. But this is an example, right? If you're looking for an example of what we talk about here, there we go here. And that's where, like, I don't know when it's going to. My charts say crash. Really? Well, the trend's still up, so I'm not sure where you're getting crash from. Marco, maybe. Ron Walker thinks S&P will follow Bitcoin. Will follow Bitcoin? Where do people come up with this shit? Bitcoin's been going down for how long? Since August last year? Oh, what? Stock market's going to just start to follow Bitcoin now? Suddenly there's a Bitcoin's going down. It's got to catch up. Okay. Nah. What I want you to do, Peter, right, is, well, again, I could be wrong, but let's just look at the sentiment around markets. Peter, how long have you been involved with the markets for? Let's play a little game here, right? How long have you been involved with the markets for? $25 years. So, Peter, let me ask you a question, okay? Now, again, don't take not me. Let's just look at markets here, okay? Let's play a little game here. So, when the market's going in any current environment on a particular sector, call it cryptocurrencies, all right? If there's a lot of euphoria around that, there a lot of big, massive projections. It's going up for a while. People are talking about it. And there's a lot of optimism around that market. There's a lot of greed. Is that A, likely to be the start of a really big move, or B, at least a bit of a short-term top is coming because there's so much euphoria around there? You've been involved in the markets now for a while. I'm pretty sure you know what happens. Short-term top, right? So, Peter, I'm pretty sure you saw in the middle of last year when Bitcoin got to 123,000, right? I'm pretty sure you saw just the mania of the cryptocurrency. I'm pretty sure you saw it, right? Like, this was just mania about this whole thing. So that's a warning sign to say, So the thing I say, Peter, is I'm not looking at my thoughts or something like that. When I look at the stock market now, there is so much reasons why this market's going to have a big crash. The reason why crypto's had a really big move because there was just so much euphoria around the crypto market a year ago, especially when we got to 123,000 up here. There was just so many people. So now, and that's the reason. That's the reason why gold and silver had a short-term top. I'll call it short-term because you don't definitely know what's going to come next. I think more downside. But even on silver, right? We saw what happened with silver. This time's different. It's going to blah, 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 blah. Like, it's the same thing. So if I'm looking at sentiment that drives these markets and I see the stock market, this is the stock market here. And look where the fear and greed index is right now. We're in fear already. And we're 1% away from all-time new highs, or call it 2%. So big tops don't form when there's a lot of fear around the marketplace having a crash. So I would have to say, no, there's not going to be a big crash. We could get a correction of 5-10% out of it. Yeah, that could happen. I'm actually hoping that happens, by the way. Buy more, buy more, buy more, buy more. We're going to the moon, going to the moon. Right? So bring on the fear and greed index down the bottom here. But right now, if I'm looking at the sentiment that drives these markets, there's a reason why silver and gold top, because it's just, it just kept going up and up, and then boom, it cracks. Same with Bitcoin. But I'm not getting that sentiment around the stock market now. The entire time, this has been one of the most hated bull markets out there. So that's the way that I'm reading the market right now. And again, this is the S&P here. We're literally one or two days we're literally like basically at all-time new highs right now. But yet there's one down day today, which is only 1% on the S&P, and now we're getting fear already. So I wouldn't, and so Peter, mate, I wouldn't put them in. As you can see, there's different markets have different categories, right? There's different pendulums within these markets. So I wouldn't start to correlate one market to another, to another, to another, to another. We want to look at the sentiment that drives these markets, right? So bond market is rising now because there's been so much hate around the bond market. Especially in the last 12 months. It's one of the reasons why I've invested in it. So that's where I don't agree with a complete meltdown now. Again, we might get a big we might get a good correction out of it and come down a little bit more. But there's nothing there to say that yet. We haven't even broken significant lows. We're still in a very big, strong bull market. We need for it to start, at least give us a warning sign of that's going to happen. But we're not there yet. So that's all I say, man. Look at the sentiment of each market, not correlations and connections. And well, if Bitcoin goes down, that's going to drag the stock market down and so on and so forth, because that's simply not true. If that was the case, then, at least a month ago, the stock market would have topped and we would have been seeing some more downside there. It's just the sentiment around Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies was so huge. Everyone's talking about it. But I'm hearing so many people looking for a top right now. Things are overvalued. It's crazy to see the sentiment around the stock market be so negative. That's why there's so much fuel behind this. Try and keep my back all loose. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. When you sit down too long, your back gets all jammed up, especially with the way that I've been training lately. Got to try and, even in my chair, if I'm not going to get up and stretch, I might just like a little bit like that, keep the back all loose. Here we go. A little stretchy. That's what I was doing just then, if you guys want what was going on. So that's all I see happening in the markets there. There's just so much negativity around the stock market that, again, look where we are here, and we're already tapped back into fear again. So I'm hoping it comes down here to extreme fear. Because look at this here. Last 2 times we got right down the bottom here of extreme fear. What happened to the stock market? So bring on the extreme fear. And then we're going to get a big rally out of it. Buy more. And every time we got down to that extreme fear, that low level there, what happened to the stock market following few months? We got a nice rally out of it. So bring it on. And then it bounces. Which, by the way, if you want to know exactly, this last one here, this is when I bought it, right? This point right here on the fear and greed index, right there. Extreme fear, November 21. Extreme fear, where? Right there. Guess where I bought my call options? Bring on the fear. Get us more down day. Get us into extreme fear now. Like, come on, drop harder, stock market. Let's go. When was the last time? What date was that? April 28th. Let's go back to here. April 28th. Let's go to the exact date. April 28th. When that was the last time we had the fear and greed index there. April 28th. Where is that? April 28th? Was that, did I have that right? No, April 8th. There we go. April 4th, April 6th, April 8th. Here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, you looking for a good buying opportunity? Last 2 times we had the fear and greed index so full. I'm telling you right now, it's just, you're looking for good. Oh, hey. Boom! Computer's going to. Here. Last time we got down to extreme fear. So now, when that happens, guess what? The sky is falling, stock market's falling. Oh my goodness, it's all over. We're at extreme fear. Buy. Last time. Here. Oh my goodness, the sky's falling. This last one just recently, right? In November. Buy. Look at the nice rally. So, Peter, mate, that's why I'm hoping for more selling. Give us another good, strong week of selling. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? If the fear and greed come back down here, you know what's coming, right? At least on a short-term basis for the next couple of months, we're going to get a nice, good, strong bounce. Bring it on. Come on, market. Do it today. I want to buy more. So there you go. As you can see, whenever we got down to these really, really extremes levels of the extreme fear, now this one down the bottom here, I think this got down to 2 or something. I think this one got, what's that? Yeah, I think this got down to 2. So this like really low levels, like we're talking like 5 and below. Well, this one down the bottom here. Again, this is where I bought my call options down here. And that's the reason why I bought my call options there. And as you can see, right, both times we got there, both times in the last 12 months we've had the fear and greed index get down right down near the bottom here. They've both been beautiful buying opportunities. Right? But as you can see too, that you need to give it time, right? This is not, let's buy a one-day option. No, let's buy A 1 month option? No. You need to give it what? Time. So at least I would say, for me, like a minimum of 6 months worth of time to allow this thing to at least rally up. So that's why for me, I have like June options on the stock market right now. I'm giving it time to allow the market to do its thing. So there we go, guys. Looking for good buying opportunities? You want to know what a good buying opportunity is? Wait for the fear to come in. And then there's a buying opportunity, but then also understand that it may take time for that rally to happen. But if you're looking at more of a good 6 month view type thing off that level, yeah. But there's a risk for everything, right? Dumb Bulls Hazard says, so Peter, mate, I hope you can see like what I'm talking about here with the stock market. The stock market sentiment is completely different. Completely different. That's where like I don't believe we're not going to see a Bitcoin right now. I can't. It doesn't happen. Major tops in markets like Bitcoin that happened 6 months ago, that formed because of so much optimism about we're going to $1 million. We're going to $250,000. Tom Lee, all these people, here we go. That's when tops are formed. We know that. Or actually, if you guys don't know that and you start to learn about these markets, I'm trying to help you with understand the psychology of these markets. That's why if you go down the route of what the noise is talking about, then the opposite happens with the markets. And this is where most 90% of traders don't make money because they don't understand this one simple thing. It's the concept of that. Now, the only way that I've been able to learn that is actually live through it all. And for me, be part of sucked into the noise. Oh, geez, I was really fearful that time too. Oh, my goodness. I thought the sky was falling too. And then 6 months later, I missed another good buying opportunity. And then I started seeing these things again and again and again. And I've experienced and lived through these fears and greeds, the pendulum swinging from the greed to the fear. And then now that's where I can come to you and hopefully just give you some insights to like just in the last 12 months, if you're looking for buying opportunities, you can see both these times were good buying opportunities. That's what's simple. And this is where like, no, stock market's not at the top. There's too much negativity around the stock market. Stock market doesn't top with negativity. We might get a short-term drop, but not a long-term drop. We're not going to get a Bitcoin. When Bitcoin got to 123,000, there was like, it's going to 250, it's going to $1 million, here we go. That's the noise. And then it tops. Silver gold. Why did silver gold drop? Oh my goodness, it was just crazy about the metals. You guys know that? We're going to the moon. So the sentiment is when you start to hear that, that's when you start to get like, But right now, with the stock market's at all-time new highs, and people are still looking for that drop. Top's not in yet. You'll know when the top's in the stock market. Why? Because you start to get these crazy projections in the markets and these crazy media about the market's going up and the market's got so much more to go and it's to the moon, and markets are rolling over. Markets are rolling over. Really? Where? I'm confused. All-time highs is right there. Stock market is here. Rolling over? Are you looking at the same chart I'm looking at right now? This is not your typical blow-off top. Oh, it's one of those this time is different things, and then it's not because here I am trying to give free advice to help people understand these markets a bit better. Anyway, tariff. Oh, that's right. Bitcoin is a leading indicator. Jeez. Well, stock market better hurry up then. It's 6 months behind. Come on, hurry up. Better hurry up now. Come on. If it's leading, it's definitely lagging then. Stock market should have peaked at least a month ago, 2 months ago. Stock market's been down, Bitcoin's been down for 6 months. Come on. Come on, stock market. Follow the leader. Oh, really? Oh. Yep, makes that. Big TLT can only go up if S&P goes down. Really? Okay. Don't know how you got that, but okay. Let me bring this up here. Back in a minute, guys. Got to get the oxygen back into my brain. Hey, been gone for an hour and a half. Get the oxygen back in. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just remember, guys, sentiment is a big thing in the markets, okay? Sentiment's a big thing. There's so much negative. If there's so much greed around the marketplace, we're probably getting ready for a top. If there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, well, no, markets don't top at fear. Just look at history. And look at the last 12 months. Every time we got the extreme fear happening on the fear and greed index, and we got really extreme fear, the market bottomed and it rallied. Hence, when there's fear in the marketplace, market bottoms. Which is probably going to happen in the next couple of weeks. You watch. Watch what happens in March and April. To the moon. Stock market, that is. Hey, easy. Oil's down again today. Oil's still in a big downward trend, by the way. Big downward trend for oil. But that's the beauty of the stock market, isn't it? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Alrighty, I'm not looking at the chat box here. Let me look at the chat box here. Do you do long-term VIX options? I I regret selling my Google options way too early in 2025. Yeah. Google, eh? I stopped looking through the stocks. Where's Google? When did you sell? I'm not sure, Peter. Oh, when did you sell, Peter? But I can also understand too, Peter, as well too. Like I'm just looking at the chart here on Google. I also can understand as well too, right? Like you're probably thinking, Peter, that all these AI stocks have gone up. Oh, so at the resistance level then, I'm guessing. So around August last year, at the resistance level. So you're probably thinking, Peter, right? Like that since all these AI stocks have already made big moves, that this may not have room to move or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to see what you might have been thinking back then. We've probably got a bit of a drop coming in Google. Why? Because it's just trend analysis, right? We just look at this big, when something goes like that, like silver does, guess what happens? We end up coming like that. That's why if you ever see a chart like this, guys, it's too stretched. We're going to get a pullback. Don't buy up here. Don't buy. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, doesn't mean the trend is over. Trends are higher lows, right? This here is straight up. So we need to come back down, then create another high low, and away we go again. So that's all. When we get like this, guys, don't chase it. Because we never really get that. Like, look at back here. Up, up, up. We get a pullback. Up, sideways, up. We're probably going to get that now. Hey, where did I go? But on an honest note, guys, for you guys that are watching, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you turning up and coming to see my stuff as well and watching my YouTube videos and stuff like that. I just want to say I appreciate you guys. We're all doing the best we can, can't we? Eh? We're all doing the best we can, aren't we? We don't always get it right, and sometimes we get it wrong, and we're going to have our losing trades, and we're just doing the best we can, can't we? Eh? So I just want to say that I appreciate you guys. We're all doing the best we can. Alrighty. But there's big sentiment, all right? The reason why bond market's probably going to rise is because the sentiment has been horrible. Sentiment is a big thing. Hey. Lord. TLT ratio is rolling over 1 year momentum structure breakdown. I sold Google. Oh, sorry, that was TT3. I thought that was Peter. I sold Google too early, Mr. Boat. TT3, are you still around? I'm not sure. I thought that was Peter. Sorry, man. I was talking to Peter. I don't know. My VIX chart says crash 2026. For sure. For sure. Damn. Very dangerous words in the stock market. For sure. Nothing's for sure. That's pretty risky to say that, for sure. And even closer to late March, early April. Your VIX charts tell you that? Cool. I like your crystal ball. Damn. You can tell that far out? Better than me then. Hey, John, I'm buffering. Is it my end or yours? Heidi, it's your tabs. Close them down. Your computer is blowing up. I'm pretty sure that's... close your tabs down. Hyde is one of my elite members in my elite group, guys. So it's a bit of an inside joke with us. So, oh, Heidi, while you're here, did you enjoy yesterday's session? I didn't realize yesterday's session went for 2.5 hours. But man, I didn't realize it went for that long yesterday. But did you enjoy yesterday's session? We really covered a lot yesterday. Oh, yeah. You didn't post it. Couldn't see it. Oh, I posted it. Are you talking about the replay? It's up there, isn't it? Let me go check. Oh, my system's crashing. Oh, I'll have a look at it soon. But I'm pretty sure I posted it. If not, I'll definitely get up there today. But I'm pretty sure I did put it up there. Maybe I didn't put the link. Maybe I changed the date, but not the link. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. I've got to restart my computer before I hop into that room. Yeah, I think that's what I did for the replay on that session there. Heidi's back in the house. Yeah, I'll do that. I've got to restart my computer. I've got too many tabs open. It's blowing up my memory right now. I got the problem now. Guess what high commodity prices turns into? Yo, inflation in products. Huge headwind. Cool. It's good now. Cool. Better than me, if that's what you say, huh? Ricard, eh? Ricard. Well, yeah. If someone can say we're going to get a crash in March and April, and they can see that much further into the future, and they know that's going to happen then, yeah, you're better than me because I can't do that. I don't think anyone can, by the way. And anyone that says they can, yeah, if you know, right? Crash never happens when people expect maximum pain to maximum people. The only thing to rely on is chart patterns and adjust positions accordingly gradually. Alex, my man, are you still around? Is it in the live tab? Is it in the live tab? What are you referring to, TT3? Are you still here? Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm not sure how long you've been part of this live stream I've been doing right now, but yeah, that's what I've been talking to people in the. I've been telling people basically that right now the stock market, there's so much negativity and just the economy of what people think that's going to affect the stock market and the negativity around the stock market. That's why I believe even if we do get a bit of a correction here, 5-10%, it's not going to be a full blown top. It's not going to be like a Bitcoin drop for 6 months. It's just going to be a short-term drop again. Oh, hey, man. I appreciate you, Alex. I do, man. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming around. I appreciate you viewing my stuff, man. Thank you for your continued support. We're all doing the best we can. Hey, guys, we don't know. No one has 100% of the answers. I can give you my 20 years of experience around these markets, and hopefully some of the things that I say I help you. But yeah, yeah. TT3. It's in the live tab. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to there. TT3. Nachos. Wait, haven't had nachos in a while. You don't think Bitcoin downtrend move predicts new downtrend move in the S&P? No. Where'd you get the correlation from? If that was the case, just look at the chart. Shouldn't the S&P be down now for at least last month? Then Bitcoin's down for the last 6 months. Better hurry up. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months, yeah. So if that's the case, the stock market better hurry up and start to roll over. We're still at all-time new highs, basically, on the stock market. We better get going. Come on, hurry up. If it's a leading indicator, then stock market better hurry up now. 5 months behind. That's all. I wouldn't say that, Nacho. Don't look at it that way. It's not that. Anyone, if people say that on the internet, they're full of crap. The reason why Bitcoin had a big major top here and we've had a big drop here for the last 5 months, because there was so much optimism around that level there. There was 250. There was $1 million call. Blah, 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 blah. And then the market tops. You know what I mean? So if you look at the sentiment around, that's the reason why I thought. That's the reason why. That's what happened with silver and gold just recently. Stock market, we don't have the same sentiment, so we can't say that with the same. Stock markets don't. The stock market is not going to top right now because there's so much negativity around there. We may get a drop, sure, these short-term drops, yeah, but we're not going to get a full-blown 6-month bear market like Bitcoin is. Now, no one knows for sure, right? But if I'm looking at the probability, there's at least an 80% probability we're going to make another all-time new big move to the upside. Because there's so much negativity. Markets don't form tops on negativity. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a stock market. That's why the stock market exists, because it just takes money from most people, because most people don't understand. They think, oh, economy's crap, market's going to crash. Oh, market's too high, it's going to crash. And then it just keeps going up. Made the mistake so many times. So that's all, man. That's all. Just look at the sentiment around there. That's the reason why cryptocurrency got crushed. We know at 123,000, the sentiment was just so bullish. And I'm talking about so bullish. We're talking about people had no idea, weren't even in Bitcoin, starting to post things about buying Bitcoin at 123,000 and it's gone to the moon, and they have no idea about the financial markets. So they're different situations there. That's all. Different situations there. But you'll know when there's a major top coming in the stock market, or at least a good top in the market. You'll start to get this overly optimism. And the uneducated eye, who is not educated around that sentiment thing that I'm talking about here, the uneducated eye will think everyone's talking about this, so surely it's going to happen, right? They think that. That's what because they're not educated around the markets there, and that's okay. They're slowly learning. So they think everyone's saying this, so surely it's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen, right? We get this, and if we're following the noise and the herd, if we're a herd following person, then that's when the market just does the opposite to what most people think. And and that's where it's very, very devastating to a lot of people, because when the market, that they won't get into the market, but then when it starts to move and it starts to go and it starts to move and it starts to go and everyone starts to talk about it, it gets louder and louder, and then like, oh my goodness, I'm missing out, I better get in. And then the FOMO kicks in, and then they get in and the market just destroys them. That's why, if you guys remember last year, I was so big. I didn't know when we're going to get a big drop in silver, but I was so big on saying, guys, when this thing turns, like, right, at the start of the year, we had this big move up. I was doing shorts, I was doing videos about it. I'm like, guys, especially silver, When this thing turns, it's going to turn fast. Don't be start to load up. Don't be start to leveraging. Don't be following. Don't. And as this market kept going up and up and up and up through here, I didn't know when it was going to happen, but then I knew it was going to happen soon. And then we got this big drop to the downside from here. It's the same thing, right? There's this same thing that happens with the markets and the noise around silver. And also just look at the chart, right? The chart gives you a good representation of what's going on. And every time we see this here, right, means this here. Every time we see a market that looks like that, are we going to do it? Select bar. I'm trying to select bar. It won't do it for me. Anyway. Anytime we see a chart that does a big vertical move up, that's called a bubble on the chart. If you want to know what a bubble looks like, learn the lessons from silver right now. Study it. Okay, we had a very big move up and then we had a big move down. Why? Don't think about manipulation and they did this. Like, no, this is what markets do, right? So we can start to spot a bubble so we don't get hurt by the bubble. In fact, I benefited. I actually shorted this and then I actually made... Again, like I didn't expect it to happen this quickly, but I made 330% on a put option there. Made a lot of money on that trade there, actually. Very, very nice. And I was only in it for about 2-3 days. And then boom, it happened. And I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm out now. And that's what I was looking for. Now, I say don't short a big bull market. This is not a bull market. If a bull market is nice, cool. I wouldn't short that. Big bubble. Okay, I'm now looking to take advantage of that. So that's all. That's all. We see how that all works out, right? So that's all it is, guys. That's all it is. And if we're actually looking at the actual stock market now, like the stock market's basically, and even the NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ's doing nothing here, really. So bring on some more downside here. Just remember where we are in the big picture, right? This is the NASDAQ. Let's just say the NASDAQ does get a drop. Oh my goodness, the market's going down and we get a drop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. And and the market goes up, right? So for you guys that weren't around about probably 20 minutes ago, I want to share something with you here, okay? I was sharing this with you here. Keep an eye on the fear and greed index. This is the fear and greed index here, right? Keep this in your arsenal. I'm going to put it in the chat box here, right? Oh, and by the way, while I'm doing the link, there's a free gift for you. Look at this here, okay? Look at the fear and greed index. If you want to know where a good bottom would be in this situation, there's not a major top, right? Now, I don't know if this is going to happen, but look at the last 12 months. When the fear and greed index here, let me see, I'm going to zoom right in here. Let's zoom right in here. Look, so when the fear and greed index got down to 4, now you can't pick the exact bottom, right? But when we start to get down to where this one got down the bottom, this was like April 8th here. That's the ultimate low. But that April, as you can see, April 4th to April, we got right down the low here, right? We basically got to like a level of basically, what is that on the extreme fear? Number 3. That's real extreme fear, right? April 8th. Where was that? April 8th was here, right there. Now, when was then the next time here? This one down the bottom here. Now, again, you could never know the exact bottom here, right? Is it going to bottom at 12? Is it going to bottom at 9? Like, we can't pick the exact bottom, but if we're looking for over opportunities, look at this here. Fear and greed index got down to 5. Extreme fear, November 20th. Where was that? November 20th was where? Where I actually bought my call options. Here. So, both times in the last 12 months have given us beautiful opportunities. Now, you know why it's so hard to do that, though? Because what was happening back in November 20th? at the time, media, oh my goodness, the market's selling off strongly. And you're looking at your chart and you're looking at the big candles and the big drop down through here. And you might be zooming right in. You might be doing this thing here. Oh my goodness, the selling off. That's why it's so hard, right? Because the market's selling off. Then people start to say the market's going to crash. And then people are wondering, why is the stock market going down for right now? And then they start to say, oh, like, look here, the stock market's down now 6%. And it's hard to buy, right? It's hard to buy that. But that's where, but once you understand the psychology of markets and why most people don't do well, you can start to take it to your advantage. So for me, I'm long call options right now in the stock market. Bring on the drop. I hope this market comes down to here. Bring on the fear and greed index. Get us back down to here. Come on, sell it down. Right? Sell it down. Thanks for the fire sale. I think you're talking about, is it this one here? Anyway, it's like this one here. I think that's what you're talking about. That's the $4 trading course that I got. Yes, sir. Fantastic. Fantastic. 4 trading systems. So I hope you can see, guys, like this is what, if you want to look for good buying opportunities throughout the year, just wait for there to be extreme fear. And as I said before, like, look at this here. We're in fear right now, and the stock market is literally right here from all-time highs. This is not when tops are made. Do not think a top is made. Tops are not formed when a lot of people, good afternoon, or hey. John, do you ever use fib retracements? I do. Yes. I do. Now, I don't use them to trade, but I do use them. Yeah. And how I use them, I just like to see whether it's what's called strong trend. So, for example, if I'm seeing a big bull market through here, and I look at this leg here from this low to high, if the market retraces 50% or less or continues, then this is actually a strong trending environment. That's the way that I use it. I just like to see, is it strong trend? I mean, the trend is up, these high lows, but is it strong or is it weak? Right? Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys do need some help, like you want to get more access to some coaching and stuff like that, then go book a free call with me. So that's the way that I personally use the Fibonacci's. That's all. I just want to see whether it's strong or whether it's weak, because if it comes down like we did here, right? We have a move up, we have a move down, 50%, and then we continued up, and then it came back down again. So then I do the Fibonacci again, from the low to the high. Oh, look, 50% or less, continued up. And then we went through this here. And so then the next Fibonacci would be, say, through to here, through to there. Now look what happened. Notice how this one right here was 50% or less. This one here was 50% or less. This one here is now getting down to here. It's a lot different. And then that tells me strong trend. Oh, look, even though we got the bounce, it's actually showing a lot weaker there, because it actually retraced a lot more than the 50%. So Elba, I think that's how, I can't say your name, but I hope that makes sense now how I use the Fibonacci levels myself. I'm just trying to see, because if it's strong trending, we're in a nice, good, strong trending environment. But the market will give us warning signs of, yeah, we're going up, but it's starting to get a bit weaker here. We're starting to weaken the trend here. And as you can see, when we did that, we did, and then we start to roll over from there. So that's how I use it myself. No problem. No problem at all, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So that's all. That's all. That's how I use it. Just remember, guys, no one knows exactly what's going to happen. So the rule number one for you guys when looking at the markets is whenever you trade in the markets, guys, ask yourself this one simple question. What's the risk on this trade? If this is if it's a trading opportunity, even an investment, right? Like, what's the risk on this trade? If I'm trading it, I'm using things like options, which are leverage, like what's the risk? Okay, well, if I use 5% of my trading account right now and use it of 5% of my account and I place a trade right now, and then I'm buying many months of options, I could be down 50% on option. Okay, well, my risk is 2.5%. Okay, cool. But what if the market moves for me? Well, I could be up to 300%. Oh, okay, well, that 5% could now grow my account by, 10, 15%. Oh, so see what I'm saying there? That's what I'm always doing myself. I'm trying to look at what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario for me, a 50% loss is a big loss for me. Sometimes even worse. But I know when the market moves for me, I can pick up a good 200-300%. So if I even look at those sort of numbers, 5% I'm looking at 5% of my position in the markets as an example. If it's wrong and it's a losing trade, I'm going to lose 2.5% on my account. I'm still good to go. I'm protected. Worst case scenario is the whole thing expires worthless and I only lost 5% of my account. That's the worst case scenario I can do when buying in the option there. But if it moves for me over the next 2-3 months, my option could be up, 200-300%. And if that's the case, well, then I risk 2.5% on average, maybe a lot less. That's a big loss, by the way. So a 2% loss, 2.5% loss, that's the risk. Okay, cool. To potentially make a 10 to 15% growth in my account. See what I'm saying there? So that's always be looking at that from that there. The number one thing you can do, guys, is always say that. Because when we're making money, it's good. But how we blow up our account is then we start to get too greedy, right? We start to over too much. The number one thing for me to stay around and for me to have longevity in these markets is that number one thing there. Alex, I just saw your comment there. Silver is interesting, Condrum. The chart is crazy. At the same time, there's stress there right now. The delivery of the physical increased. The problem is so dramatic. That's structurally midterm bullish. Yeah. The one thing, Alex, is that like I don't know whether a story is going to impact the price or not. We can come up with a story, right? Like, but we never know. Is that really going to impact the price? So the only thing I can rely on is what the chart's telling me. And what the chart was telling me here is it went vertical for a couple of months. And whenever I see that on the chart, that's called bubble. We're in an upward trend, but that's now called bubble territory. If something goes vertical like that, almost every time we're going to get a hard and fast correction because now it's stretched too far. We're in an upward trend, but now it's a bubble. It's a hockey stick to the upside. And every time you see that, this is the aftermath. So every time you see it on a chart, don't get sucked in, because the reason why it's so hard is because if you go back to silver at this time when silver was doing this and we're going through the hockey stick phase here, you know what the noise was at the time, right? The noise was what? The noise was that, this is different. This is times new. And if you're watching things like Peter Schiff, this is just the beginning. There's so much more upside to go, and like all this stuff. Like, come on, let's actually be sensible about these markets, right? Even in a very big bull market, we have higher lows. That means the market will go up and then it'll pull back, and it'll go up and then pull back. But if we're going up higher, low, and then suddenly we start to do that, that's not a bull market. That's now called bubble. And then we end up getting a hard, fast correction, and then maybe we continue up, and then we develop the lows, and then a high low, and then another high low. So that's what it could be doing. But whenever we start to get too far stretched in one leg, we at least got to get and that's now what's called price and time. I learned from WD again, and that's actually from the book there. at johnsfreegift.com. Let me put this up here. This is the book that I'm giving away. I learned from, I talk a lot about this in this book here. The thing that I learned from WD again is about what's called price and time, right? And in that free trading course, I also give away as well too, with that there, the price, when the movement becomes too much, that's price. Time needs to catch up. And I learned that from WD again there. So price and time. It's a big thing in my trading and just understanding where we're at there. Boom. So that's all. That's all for that there. Look at rates starting to roll over, guys. Okay. One of my big things I've been saying, right? You guys know, if you've been following me even for this year, I've been saying, guys, get ready for the rates to come down and get ready for the bond market to start to rise. It's one of my best trades for 2026. Rates down, bonds up. Remember I said 2026, not February 2026, right? So through this year, as rates start to slowly continue to come down, and they're coming down, TMF will start to what? Start to rise like it is now. Just got to be patient and let it happen. So it's all starting to slowly happen now. 30 years coming down as well. So this is the 30 year now. 30 years rolling over. Yeah, just it's screaming downside, guys. This is screaming downside. And even the 2 year, what's the 2 year done? Oh, the 2 year hasn't broken yet. This is the 2 year. So this level through here on the 2 year is huge. That's that through there. In fact, I'll just draw weekly chart to the left, daily chart to the right, if you guys are wondering. And so I've just zoomed in on the daily chart, but I'm looking at the big picture here. Once we break here on this weekly chart, this is the daily chart here. If I zoom out a bit more now to get a bit more bigger picture, as you can see, once we break here, we're probably looking at, now we are still we're in a very strong downtrending environment. Look at this here. Look at that. Through there. Is it through there? Or is it more through? It's probably there through there, right? Yeah, there we go, through there. Look at that through there. Look at that. Beautiful. Bounce, 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 bounce. Look at it holding through here. So once we break, we're probably going to go down. Then what's probably going to happen to the Fed's funds rate is what? We're probably going to continue down from here. So the Fed's funds rate is probably going to continue coming down through here as the 2 year comes down. So all interest rates are coming down. It's already starting to happen now. It's starting to slowly roll over, right? What you don't want to expect is this thing we want to be realistic, right? So it could come down through to here and then it could bounce for a couple of days. But the overall momentum is what? It's overall flowing down now. What's the time? I gotta get to my elite group soon. So that's all it is, guys. We just want to be, but we're definitely rolling over. And again, that TMF is really starting to pick up. That TMF there. TLT is really starting to hold here now. Probably the strongest update we've had in a long time, eh? Look at that there. Out of the bond market. So probably the strongest update there. Yeah, I'm talking about more of an investor point of view. Yep, this is crazy. Price action made me sell 30% of position around 90. Fantastic. I try to do the following derivatives volume, etc. As to not fall in love with the nice. Alex, getting real data is a challenge. It feels like games with shadows at times, most unreliable stories. Exactly right, Alex. Exactly what you said there, right? And that's where, like, whenever there's a story around the marketplace, right? Whenever we read a headline, is that really true? Or is there an agenda behind that, right? Now, if we're, say, for example, long gold and silver, and then we see a really big, beautiful headline like expert of 50 years comes out and says this is the start of something major and gold's going to 10,000, well, you want that to be true, right? You actually want that to be true because you're long in the market. So therefore you want that to be true. And therefore you want to believe it. And therefore it's even harder to disagree with it. And then that's where it's so hard from there. What do you think of TAN ETF and MO? TAN? What is TAN? Oh, it's not going to allow me to load it. Yeah, I'm not sure. No, it's not going to allow me to load it. I don't know. My computer, I need to reset my computer. So I'm not sure. I can't say. Vanguard mixed bag. Vanguard mixed max bid or US fast. Is a soul stock. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why guys like. Again, my software, I have to restart my computer because my software is playing up right now. Meaning I don't think I can bring up any new stocks. I'm not sure why, but anyway. So Vanguard is very strong. Very, very, very strong. So max bid. Yeah, so I would. Emerging markets, yeah. I think I think like fundamentally, if you're going to look at that, I think there's a lot of upside to come. Right now, we've just hit a major resistance level, as you can see, which is up there. So that's that major resistance level there. Hey, John, MKO. What price is good to jump back into silver? Oh, I don't know. Because I don't. The reason why I say I don't know is because I don't know whether this. I do believe we have a lot more downside to come. So the downside for me would be more like that'll be like a level. If I'm looking at a level, somewhere around about that there, and then I have to do more of a trend line coming down through to here. Don't know why my lines are not working for me now. Anyway, so possibly down through this level here, but I'm not too quite sure. The reason why I'm saying I'm not too quite sure because I don't know whether this 2-year massive bull run we've seen in the metals and miners is coming to an end for a while. Like it may, because if you look at gold as the example, and we look at the overall charts, right, this could be the end of the bull market now for maybe 12 months, and then we get going again. Because as you can see here, that when you break and you go for a big move, that's roughly 2 years. Break, 2 years, break, 2 years. So typically after a 2-year bull market phase, even back through here, there was a cool couple of years back here. We typically go through at least a good sideways consolidation. So it may not do much through here for another good 6-12 months now. Maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm just not sure whether it's even a good buying opportunity at all right now with the metals and miners. Because we may be getting ready for another one of those phases again. So ultimately that I see long term, we're probably going to see silver and gold and the mining stocks just screaming higher. So if you've got more of a 2030 view plus, I would say by 2030 plus, give it like 32, 33 level, then any time is a price. Any time is a price. But if you're not focused on the now, but you focus on more like this view here, which is the 2030s, the 2032, like that level there. I believe silver could be a few $100s. I believe gold could be 15,000. Mining stocks screaming to all-time new highs, like just absolutely just bull market, like a bull market, like that sort of view. I personally have been for the last 5 years, a big investor in the metals and miners. I'm still long right now, but that's my view. So even if we do get a bit of a correction here, then that's what I see there. So, but if you're not a long-term trader and you see that there and you're not really worried about the short-term movement, then I would say I'm not too quite sure whether it's even a good buying opportunity now. Especially not on a short-term sort of movement there. Very risky, actually. So, but this is probably going to come down to around that 60, maybe even down to the 50 level here, I would say. Yes, makes sense. And I'm sorry I meant to put John. Oh, so MKO, are you talking about to buy put options? Again. Are you saying you want to short it again? No, don't short it. It's already done. No. If you're looking for put options, no. I wouldn't look for a short opportunity now. The crash has happened. It did what I thought it was going to do. Now it's off the table. If that's what you're looking at there. How much to be on Elite Group? It's not even open right now. It's closed. So, and there's different pricing structures for different time frames that I can offer people. 6 months, 12 months. But again, my coaching program's closed, so I'm not even offering it right now. There's about 20 people in there right now in total. So it's not even open right now. I keep it real small for that reason. And that's the only coaching program I have, by the way, guys. I have a small coaching group of 20 people, around about 15, 20 people in total. And then that's basically what I have as a coaching program. And then I have this small $4 sale that I run sometimes to help people out, $100 sale sometimes. But that's basically what I have. But again, my Elite coaching group is closed right now, so I'm not offering it to anyone right now. Yes, makes sense. Top spin. To the moon, to the moon. See you when we see you again. See you, Top Step. Yeah, so well, anyway, guys, I've actually got to get to my Elite group because my Elite group's starting. And then in my Elite group, that's when I'm going to get to the nitty-gritty of the trades I'm in right now myself, and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a 2-hour session for you guys on the good old YouTubes. I'm done, guys. Have an amazing day, everybody. I appreciate you. We're all here doing the best we can. And I hope some of the stuff that I put out there just helps you even just slightly within what you're doing there. So I will speak to you guys real soon. Bye, traders. Bond market. Buy more, buy more. Bond market. Buy more, buy more. Bond market. Buy more, buy more.